Yo, what up? This your boy EC22 of the FairWeather Fan Channel, man. We are going live at halftime of the Packers and Lions game. Let me turn this thing down real quick before. There we go. Man, Max, what's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Get ready to get into it.
Yeah, man. How's the week been going for you, bro?
Oh, it's been going great, man. All these Cowboy fans are hiding from me.
They hide it from you. What?
Yeah, man. I hanged up missing posters everywhere. I still can't find them.
You've been hanging up posters.
Yep.
Oh, you've been trolling the Cowboy fans, man. Don't do that to them. Well, you see me, I'm meddling today. I already know, man. I'm meddling with some folks today. They're probably mad at me, but you know what? It's football, baby. That's what we do it for.
I can't troll something I can't find, though.
Oh, you can't find the Arizona hat?
I'm talking about the Cowboy fans. I can't find them, so I can't troll them.
Oh, oh, you know they go in hiding. The real Cowboy fans, man, they go in hiding when it's a loss, man. They huddle up and they lick each other wounds and they blame it all on Dak Prescott and say it's his fault. And I'm just like, man, at the end of the day, man, Arizona came up to play. 222 yards combined rushing over that Dallas defense. I mean, God, dog, Cowboys
It,
only good as they D.
it was all Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah, yeah, he had a game plan for them boys, man. But
He
uh,
had the same game plan he had when we faced them against them last
yeah,
year.
yeah. Now I did make this comment though to a lot of people out there, and somebody made a comment to me, and I had to argue them down. It's like don't think for a second that Arizona got a blueprint to beat the Cowboys. That was just a bad defensive outing. I don't think they came prepared. But if anybody watched that game, if any coaching is watching that game thinking that this is the blueprint to beat Dallas, you are sadly mistaken. So that Dallas defense is not going to be bad 2 year, two weekends in a row. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. What do you think?
Bill Belichick, he almost got us, so who knows?
Yeah, I almost don't count in football.
But
But y'all
we
team
did.
has
We don't turn the ball over as much as Dallas does, so there's a chance for Bill Belichick to sneak one in there.
what you mean? Dago don't have one turnover. That was his first turnover of the season.
You
So
know, all it takes is one for him, and he's just turning it over and over and over again,
God dang. So he just he opened up
like
the
Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield just threw his first one on Monday, and he's gonna keep on throwing them now.
well, let's not put that on him, man. Let's not put that on. What's wrong with y'all defense, man? Y'all supposed to have. I mean, just like the Cowboys supposed to have a top defense. Y'all been really barely winning games. I almost gave y'all in the podcast I had on Tuesday. I almost gave you guys the worst game to watch, but I messed around and had to give it to the Jets game because it was just a little bit more brutal. It was more so emotional for me watching Robert Salah have to deal with the whole situation with Zach Wilson poor performance. But had it not been for the Jets game, I would have gave y'all the worst team to watch. What's going on with y'all in the
It's
East?
not the defense, it's the offense. They're not clicking yet because new offensive coordinator. So
Well, I guess that makes as much sense as anything, man. But while we're going home, let's go ahead and dive into these weekly picks real quick, man. What I know it's halftime, and I know the score is pretty lopsided. But who did you actually pick during this game?
I actually did have the Detroit Lions winning.
Yeah,
Dude, I mean,
I
Dan
did too.
Campbell's getting it done.
I did too. So these are my weekly picks that I did earlier today. I just want to verify for those of you who are watching it live or watching it rebroadcast. This is no cap. These are my picks that I picked up earlier. So as you see at the top, I did have the Detroit Lions winning this game. And it looked like most the majority of America picked them win this game. But I had some conversation at break time saying that the Green Bay offense was too much for Detroit, and I'm like, y'all ain't been watching football. I'm
You
like,
should have asked them to name a few players on offense, see if they could have.
I know. I mean, they against certain teams they've been looking well, but this that I think what they failed to realize that this Detroit defense, although they ranked last place last year, they've gotten a whole lot better this year. So that's the reason why I went ahead and gave this team the win on that. But the early game, early game, the London game, who you got on that between the Falcons and the Jaguars?
Jaguars, they're pretty much a London team.
Yeah, yeah, true that. I went with the Jaguars as well, as you can see what's on there. Man, Buffalo and Miami. You saw who I got.
I actually went with Buffalo.
Dude, it was a very hard pick for me to not go with Buffalo on that one, but I want Buffalo to win. If Buffalo win, I won't be upset about my pick. But you know, I just I just think that Dolphins offense got too much for them. Hopefully, the Buffalo defense will slow them down. Uh, Bears and Broncos, the two worst teams in the whole NFL. Actually, that's going to be a pretty good game. When I see two 0-3 teams or two teams that have the worst record, they ain't got nothing to lose. They'll come out there. It's going to actually be a good game. Hopefully, it's going to be a good game. Who you got on that one?
I'm only picking the Broncos because of how the Bears are pretty much cleaning house with the coaching staff.
Yeah, I just think Broncos going to put up some points and seem like the Bears can't get it together. Browns and Ravens. This is where we probably part ways.
I got the Browns.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. I got the Ravens. I heard somebody say that they don't trust Lamar Jackson. He may be a backup quarterback last year. I think that was when my coworker said that, and I'm just like, I ain't giving up on him yet. I'm not giving up on Lamar
Uh,
Jackson. Lamar
the
Jackson,
other
if you Lamar Jackson, if you're watching the podcast, man, follow, like, subscribe, share, leave comments. Lamar Jackson, I'm still rocking with you, bro. All right. And for those of you who are not Lamar Jackson, please like, subscribe, share, leave comments to the FairWeather Fan Podcast. All right, the Bengals and the Titans. Now that's gonna be a brutal game to watch.
we know the Titans ain't gonna win some games this year. So Bengals it is.
Yeah, they got it. This is the game they need to figure it out. If they can't figure it out against this Titans team, then I don't know what else gonna do it for them. Rams and the Colts.
The Rams.
I got the Rams too, but I heard some people figure that they think the Colts got enough to beat the Rams. I'm just like, I mean, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at that. I think that the percentages should be a little bit closer. I think it should be more like 45 to whatever that other was, whatever that.
45-55.
Yeah, I think it should be that way. God dog, I went to public school. I'm sorry. uh, Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Saints. Jameson Winston gets his old team. Oh, does that even matter?
It doesn't matter. Buccaneers.
You got the Buccaneers. I got the Saints on that one. Only because I know Jameson Winston is a gunslinger, and I think he finna. I think Michael Thomas about to have a good game. And Olave, all them guys they got out there. I think, what I'm saying, because I mean Kamara's coming back, but it's gonna probably get to a situation to where they're gonna need to score. They're gonna have to go fast, and Winston got the arm to get it down there. So that's the only reason why I went with them. Okay, the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who you have on that one? What does that mean? That means they're gonna lose or what? That's a wash towel. What?
W.
That's a dub. Oh, you going to Washington? Gotcha. You heard it here
W
first.
for W for the Eagles.
W for the Eagles, man. You know what? The whole world agrees with you, man. Because boy, it's a lopsided percentage on that. Panthers and the
But
Vikings.
it's a division game. You never know. Division games are tricky sometimes.
Always the hardest, man. The Vikings and the Panthers. Who you got?
I I want to say the Panthers, but I know the Vikings aren't gonna mess it up.
It's once again. This is a game that the Vikings got to get it together, man. Because they haven't won a game yet, have they?
Nope.
Yeah, they got to figure it out on this one. If they don't figure it out on this one, then man, I don't know what else gonna do it for the Vikings. Because they
So so if the Vikings lose this game, would they consider trading Kirk Cousins?
yeah, they're gonna have to consider something because the only person on that team is worth saving is goddamn Justin Jefferson. So I mean, and he's still killing in fantasy. How can you have a team that ain't won no game, but that dude is still killing? I mean, that dude had 149 yards on 7 catches last week, man. That's 21.3 yards a catch. That dude is still balling out of control, man. So I mean, yeah, they're gonna have to give him some better looks, man. That dude's just that good. Pittsburgh versus the Texans. Pittsburgh Steelers versus Houston Texans. Who you have?
I actually went with Houston.
Boy, I almost ran through this phone and choked you, boy. You went with Houston on
You
that one.
saw the Steelers defense last week against the Raiders. That thing was terrible, man.
Well, it ain't like Houston Texas offense is that great. It's gonna be a different game. I think it's gonna be a different game. I went with Steelers. The terrible towels, man. I think it's gonna be an out coach situation. I think they're gonna get out coached. But hey, we'll see. Raiders and the Chargers divisional game
Chargers,
beat down. Cowboys and Patriots.
Patriots.
This joker gonna go with the Patriots. God, dog.
Bill Belichick and Ezekiel Elliott gonna run all over them.
Well, Cowboys always beat up on them. I got the Cowboys on that one. I got the Chargers on the Raiders, 49ers, and the Cardinals. Let's go, Redbirds.
Yeah, you picked the 49ers like I did.
I did. Yeah. Yeah, 49. Chiefs and the Jets. That's a hard one right there for me. That's a hard one right there. But I got the Chiefs just like the rest of the world. I'm pretty sure you got Chiefs as well, right?
By field goal.
By a field goal. Yeah, I think that I think well, they're gonna try their best to minimize the ball in Zach Wilson's hands, so they're gonna try their best to run, 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 and that's probably the best thing you can do against that Kansas City Chiefs offense. So I don't think maybe about a field goal. I think maybe about a touchdown or some oddball points. Maybe about possession or two. I don't think it's gonna be a big blowout. I think Roberts. I mean, because all he got left is his D. He ain't got no offense. That's all he got left is his D. So unless somehow they bench him, Zach Wilson brings somebody else. I don't know. Seahawks and the Giants.
The Giants.
You got Oh my goodness! Now I'm not even mad at that pick. I got Seahawks, but I'm not mad at that Giants pick. But Saquon is out, right?
He's questionable. There's a possibility he could play, but it's a long shot.
He gonna be out again if he do play. He need to go ahead and chill. So it look like we're back into second half action right now. Green Bay is trying their best to do what they got to do. 27-3, man. Green Bay Packers is getting their butts whooped by Dan Campbell. And the D in Detroit stand for defense, not Dan Campbell. That was a good pass right there. I'm a believer of Dan Campbell, man. Hey, man, them draft picks, they look, man, I know the Eagles, quote unquote, won the draft as when we looked at it earlier, but I'm starting to think this Detroit man team won the draft because everybody they got is producing, from Jeremiah Gibbs to their tight end to their linebacker. Everybody is contributing. So and then the whole idea to move Swift over to the Eagles, man. I mean,
For
they
basically free.
for free, and you're getting Montgomery over there. So I mean, he's balling out of control. So I mean, hey, can't get mad at that.
I thought Montgomery was gonna be limited in this game, so I didn't start in fantasy football. My bad.
Dude, I was the exact same way. No lie. I sitting around, I saw him sitting out there in the free agency pool, and I was like, man, should I get him? Should I not get him? Then I ended up getting him. Then I benched him. I'm like, man, I should have got him.
I know two TDs already.
Oh dang, with that he done got it there and added yards on that with the hands to the face mask. Come on, young fella, get it together. But y'all, those of you watching, man, this is it. This is it for the FairWeather Fan podcast, man. Hey, stay tuned. You got our picks out there, man. Hey, listen, I'm going to try. I said I'm going to. What kind of double negative is that nonsense? Listen, am planning to uh, make this podcast, or at least make my podcast or my take as far as my week rundown. I'm going to try to be on a more permanent basis or more permanent schedule. I'm going to try to commit to shoot for 6 o'clock on Tuesdays to go ahead and do my live podcast about my week, of football and sports and stuff like that. The reason why it's 6 o'clock because there are other people out there who does their podcasts at 7 o'clock who I like to join in. I like to join in Faith Talk Radio with Professor and Coach over there. So I like to join their podcast. So I'll try to do mine at 6. They normally do theirs at 7. And just the traditional time for most weekly podcasts is 7 o'clock, but I'll be doing mine at 6. So once again, if you want to be part of the conversation, man, hit me up in the comment section, man. At 6 o'clock on Tuesdays, we'll do it. If you can't make it 6 o'clock, I'm not opposed to doing a different time, but let me know. But if it's just me by myself doing solo, I'll be definitely doing mine at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. Uh, and that's all I have. Max, you got anything? Let's close for the people before we close out this segment of the halftime show.
I'm gonna try to get on Tuesday with you so we can discuss baseball.
Yes, because we're coming around to the playoffs. Uh, did the Rangers win that game? The last couple of games?
They're still at that number two seed.
No, the last time I checked, they was number one seed in the division. Because they was tied
Well,
80. They was
last
tied
time
88.
I checked yesterday, they were in the number two seed
Let's see here real quick. Where we at with
because the season ends this weekend, don't it?
yeah, this weekend and I think maybe a few games next week. Standings. No, they're number one. They're the number one seed.
They're number one seed right now.
Yep, they're
Okay,
number one. Yeah, they got 89 wins and 69 losses, and Houston got 87-72. So right now, they're the number one seed. We still got a few games left. They still got a few games left. Texans still got. Let me see their full schedule if I can get their last bit of games. So yeah, they got all the way to the end. The Seattle series that end out to, Saturday will be the end. And actually, they're playing right now as we speak again that Seattle series. So let me check the scores and see where they at right now. Score. Let's go back one more. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so there ain't no score yet in that game. We're in the middle of the second inning, so there ain't no score. It's still 0-0. So all right, we'll check. Hopefully they can keep on this number one seed. Who you want? Do you want Houston or Texans to take number one?
I want them both in the playoffs. Doesn't matter who's number one.
Okay, they have both. Who you think is gonna win it all? You think Atlanta's gonna repeat?
Atlanta ain't. Atlanta didn't win it last year. Houston won it. Remember? Houston beat Phillies in Game Six.
I thought that was Atlanta that one. You sure?
Yes, I'm sure it was Phillies and Houston last year.
I could have sworn because
Because literally all the Philadelphia teams made it to the finals and we lost all of them.
oh that's right because you so that was the year before when Atlanta won it, right? Was it the year before? Or was it?
Yeah, it was the year before.
Okay, y'all. I'm sorry I made that mistake on the last week's this part of the podcast. Yeah, my bad. That was last. Okay, so Houston, I could have sworn that was this year, the past year. When oh well, my bad. We'll figure it out. But yeah, because I remember you went to the games, right? And yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So Houston won the last year against. That's right. That's right. Because y'all had Philadelphia Eagles and the yeah. So y'all just lost all the way around. My bad. But I still think Atlanta's going to get another chip within the last couple 3 years. So I think they should get another chip. I mean, Baltimore might have something to say about that, but I don't know. I'm still rooting for Atlanta.
It's going to be real competitive this time around.
Yeah, as long as it wasn't like it was. Matter of fact, yeah, a few years when Atlanta won it, you're right. When Atlanta won it, man, that killed me because of the Dodgers got put out early and the Giants got put out early. That just didn't make no sense, man. Oh, who was that? Oh, Brian Branch. I'm sorry, bro. They rookie's cornerback is going out. Yeah, he gonna be in the XFL. I shouldn't say that's so wrong. But yo, this your boy EC22, the FairWeather Fan Channel, man. Thank you guys for watching this on rebroadcast, man. The halftime show of the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions game, man. Listen, follow us on Tuesdays, and we'll catch you on the next podcast. This your boy EC22, and we are out.